If you are seeing this video right now, I want you to know that you are seeing it for a reason. This is not a coincidence. This is a confirmation from God, because at one point in time or another, your faith was unshakable. At one point in time or another, you were the person who were known as being the confident person. You were the person you're filled with clarity. You're always the go-to person. But then life has lifed. And all of a sudden you found yourself struggling with these things, struggling with these thoughts of inadequacy. Why can't I just overcome this thing so that I can get to the next thing that God has for me? Why hasn't my elevation come yet? Why haven't the things that I've desired, that I've prayed to God about, that I've cried to God about, why hasn't that happened for me? Why do I continue to find myself going through these same things, going around the same mountains, facing the same challenges or struggles that I faced 5 years ago, 10 years ago? God, why? And I'm just here to remind you that God has not forgotten you. And all throughout the Bible, we hear the stories of the women and the men who their faith was shook too. And there are these stories of valor and these stories of overcoming. And we look up to those people. And in some cases, we put a lot of those people on pedestals. But I'm just here to remind you that God has a victorious story for you too. I am just here to remind you that no matter what you're going through, God is not finished with you, and God is not finished with your story. So if you just so happen to come across this video at your lowest time, at your darkest time, a time where you don't really even want people to see you like this or see you in this light, God sees you, God hears you, and God is with you. Just hold on a little bit longer. And I promise you, just as sure as all the promises that God has revealed to me about who this message was for, I promise you that God is going to show up in a way that is so mighty that you can only give Him the glory, and you can only associate the testimony of your victory back to God. That's how God intends for it to be. That you would not depend on you, is what God says, but you would depend on me, Jesus. Just hold on a little bit longer.